evening, everyone. Friends, welcome to the live session from Creative Edge, one of the subsidiaries of Top Rankers. I'm Rajendra Bhatia, a young candidate who has been teaching the subject for last 26 years. And friends, I have been a very keen observer. I've been a very keen uh, person onto the way strategies are decided for drawing in different competitive exams. Today, I have come to talk you about the coming last month's strategy for drawing for preparing for NID 2023. Let us get on. I'm sure you all are really keen to know as to what all can be done in just last 1 month. It is really a good time, provided you are sincere, you're honest, you're focused. In fact, there is no pattern. Yes, we should have a strategy, all right, but no pattern. I will be coming up with question and answer session in the last. Let me talk about something like a blanket coverage and versatile knowledge as regarding the topics that may have been coming as a repetitive topic. Now, when I talk of topic is a vast subject. When I say memory drawing, now memory drawing cannot be confined to one area. Let us take them one by one. I have jotted down few topics where in the last month you can really work hard and still crack an idea. And I'm sure many of you have been preparing it for almost 6 to 8 months, 1 year. And this last month, focus onto some of the topics may really work out good for your crossing the barrier and getting selected. Topics, make a 10-point program. That's my suggestion. 1, 3D composition, knowledge about depicting different material. See, when we talk of material, that means the texture, I'm going to show you some of the pictures also, my own drawings. Then I'm sure you have been practicing a lot onto human figure in action. Now, firstly, you have to break it. Human figure and human figure in action. Sciography may be a new word for many of you. It is the science of light, shade, and shadow. There may be two candidates. One has got a very good sketch, but no shades or shadow in the picture. The other one has got shades and shadow, may not be that excellent picture, but still shade and shadow will make a difference of crossing the barrier. Sequential drawing, process like tea making, noodle making, salad making, kind of process that NID has been asking. I again said they don't have a pattern, but these are few topics where the question moved directly or indirectly like a pendulum. They have been, and still there is no fixed pattern. You may be asked from one corner or the other, but if you have practiced sequential drawing, you may be able to cover up topic number 7 or topic number 6, that is story writing and boarding. So sequential drawing is a must to practice out, and it's a very simple subject also. Like you can firstly take pictures going into kitchen, take pictures of your mom, and take pictures particularly with the object, um, and the proportion of hands along with it. So likewise, I mean, you can work out. Then product design, customized and futuristic. Product design, that means, like there was a question last year, if you remember it, there was a tab given and you were supposed to um, make a tab for either a 6 year, no, not either, for all of them, a 6-year-old child, for an artist, and for a visually impaired person, that means a blind person. So you had to really work onto the, firstly, your own brainstorming, mind mapping, and presenting the product. Today, I'm going to show you some of pictures that may not cover the whole subject, but this one slide, if you are there, even taking a screenshot of this, probably might as well help you. Story writing and boarding, yes. Speak about the knowledge of your language, your command over the language. They give you somewhere around 10 to 12 words and then allow you a question of 2 words. That means if they are giving you 10 words, they may ask you to select 8 words and make a story. I will be talking or maybe taking up different YouTube live onto different topics, whichever I think will be more useful in coming days, not weeks. Okay, and be vigilant. Do subscribe our channel so that you get the message. Okay, book cover design and poster design is another topic that has been persistent with all the competitive exam. And you can add here stamp making, book cover design, poster design, and stamp. Sometime the topic may change over to mascot, a design of mascot. Shubhankan, mascot is a happy going, a goodwill sign, right? Unconventional uses and different views. It is one, I've taken it as a one topic, because unconventional use, they may ask you to show unconventional uses in drawing. Remember not to write in drawing, maybe of eraser. How can you use unconventionally an eraser? Scene creation from memory and imagination. I underlined this because I am sure 80% of the students are engaged only onto this. They do not take care of first 8 subject that I wrote initially. I'm taking it last, but then scene creation from memory and imagination and even futuristic has been one of regular one. I mean, again, I don't say there's a pattern, but regular one for which your preparation of 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 5 point, or multiple point perspective. There's no 4 point perspective. Whenever there is a 4 point, that means all 4 sides, there is one in the center. So that becomes 5 point perspective in one go, particularly when you have got a fish eye view. I have got a sketch today to show you of a fish eye view. Friends, today I am only giving you the topics. That means I'm not ending right now. I'm also showing you some of my slides, some of my interesting sketches, my own innovation onto the sketching. But I don't say that you copy them or you should have that very answer for all the question. But yes, that may help you how the preparation goes on. And each sketch, I'm going to show you what is the take of that sketch. Okay, so are you all good to go for that? Object of different material. Remember, you should practice out at least 5 kind of material. I have given you 4 materials here. Object drawing, it should have to be proportionate, well connected. Now in a composition, don't take things separately. This cylinder is also connected to the wooden structure here. This glass cylinder is connected to wooden structure, is also connected to the paper cone and indirectly connected to the steel glass. I would have preferred this steel glass to be here to show connection of all the 4 subjects. Now this is 5psio.com is my own nomenclature for which I require one full lecture. So I'm not talking about 5psio.com. That you can inquire from me later on in the, but yes, whenever you solve this kind of a question, you should also show a plan or yeah, the presentation of your sketch, the composition in a plan. That means the top view. The key points: object drawing, perspective as per the view. So I've used this 2-point perspective here. Different proportion, that means proportion of the glass to the wooden block, to the cylinder, and to the cone. Remember one thing, to show it as a paper, I have particularly used a newspaper name so that you connect it to paper texture and then the printed out things here. So that's that trick I have used for a paper cone. The question do not arise as a direct question saying that you make a cone of paper and cylinder of glass. They give you 4 or 5 material. You have to choose material and choose your, and of course they give the objects, and then you have to maybe while practicing also do shift around with the wooden block. You could make the cone of wood. You could make the glass of the glass material and cylinder of wood or whatever. You can also add a plastic into your 5 subjects. So knowledge of different material and their texture is a must. If somebody is a keen observer into this, please remember the shadow of a transparent object is like this. The light comes first and the shaded portion goes, the darker portion goes away from the bottom of the transparent. In fact, the light enter and it shows only a small area where it is entering, and the other surface, the opposite surface where from the light has entered, is illuminated, is bright. Remember that. And so is the shadow. Do remember that as well. Okay. You are visiting a bungee jumping station at a hilltop. People are hanging out and gazing around. Few cable cars are also visible. Draw the scene from your eye level. See, these people are down below. Human figure in perspective is a must. Now, this eye level is equivalent to the eye level of these people. That means they are on the same height. Whereas these people are down below. So the hill is going downwards. Then there is a bungee jumping station here. And then the cables are high above the height. Although they are joining the other hilltop where there looks like a temple there. I have very authoritatively signed this because it is my imagination and total creation of my own. So what is the take of it? Human figures in perspective. Your observation skill as to where to make what. Knowledge of perspective related to your topic. Remember that. To show a distance, you have to go in for smaller um, people, smaller uh, gondolas, and very small size of the temple, which might be pretty big if you reach here. From here, you have to enter. Imagine that you are a fish in an aquarium. Draw a scene with few more fishes around and few people looking at you. The actual question that actually appeared in one of the competitive exam was that you are a small child who has entered an aquarium along with your parents, and you are looking into eyes of fish. However, you have to draw it from the fish's point of view. This sketch is a 5-point perspective, firstly. Why 5-point perspective? Because the fish's eyes are bulging out, and if fish eye view is a 5-point perspective, remember that. Other than fish eye view, a frog's eye view is also 5-point perspective. So you don't have to really get into anything related to like confusion. Go ahead with a 5-point perspective, and that's why the straight line are curving down. If you can see my cursor, and the other fishes, one is above your eye level. That means you are a fish right now, and the others are down below. Two are at the same eye level. Going next, visualize and draw a scene where an elephant, a giraffe, a camel, along with other animals are escaping from a zoo and coming into the neighborhood amongst humans. Basically, I've drawn this sketch with 1-point perspective. I am qualifying it. NID don't ask you to qualify anything like 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective. You can choose your own ways of answering. And I find to give it in a proportion, to give it your way, 1 point would do. The key points of answer are knowledge about perspective, animal anatomy. Now, if you don't know the animal anatomy, you may not be able to do the. So what should we add into our preparation? Do a lot of animals. Maybe you take out, you plan your days, these 31 left out days for preparation. Plan out in such a way, whichever are your difficult areas, give more number of days for that. But don't do away from two things, anatomy and physiography. Once you do anatomy, anatomy covers everything. That means the proportionate anatomy, okay, and and relationship, proportion and scale. Proportion is height, width, and depth. That is of one object, one person, one animal. So that is proportion. That means, and the other is scale. Is camel a little taller than the elephant? Yes. Plus camel is ahead, elephant is behind. So you have to have a proportionate. Similarly, ostrich is ahead, the elephant is behind. So you have to take that proportion into consideration plus the perspective. So knowledge about perspective is a must. Let me tell you, I am going to take this how to really attempt a good perspective question. I have got certain very good methods So those kind of things I am going to cover in coming days. So do subscribe my channel so that you get the notification of further um, how to really sketch out. I might as well take a session on to real sketching in front of you. So remember that. Now, the question here was very interesting. You are an ant on a table with two bottles and two glasses. Each of them contain liquid at different levels. Incidentally, if you are subscribing my channel, friends, you have got some lesson already available to my with my channel for 1 point perspective, 2 point perspective, 3 point perspective. Rahul, that this is an answer to your question. When in, can you explain uh, point perspective, please? I mean, I think you are asking about 1 point perspective or maybe 2 point, 3 point perspective. So if you subscribe my channel, you already have got some of the lesson, and I'm sure on your demand, on your regular asking, I may be coming up with certain specific methodology or method of doing these sketches. Wherever you see this small sign, that's my own sketch. Some of the places I have forgotten giving a signature, but then these are my own sketches and I can show you any good day how to really do it. But the very basic is structure of how to do the 1 point, 2 point, 3 point perspective. Please subscribe to my channel. And of course, I don't want to really promote it, but then you can always look forward for some of the short courses that I'm going to conduct. I am already conducting one that is going on, and there is one coming up. So this all you can get as soon as you subscribe my channel. So, okay, we solved this. You're an ant on a table with two bottles and two glasses. Each of them contain liquid at different level. There is a window in the room through which light is coming. Visualize and draw the composition. Everything that they ask in the question, you should be drawing that. Can you see the ant? As the eyes of the ants are near to the tentacles, the tentacle will look huge, almost both the side of the paper. Key points in the answer: object drawing, perspective as per the view. Now here the perspective is 3 point, as one of the vanishing point is going towards zenith, above the eye, in the sky. Different proportion of the glass to the bottle, and even at a distance, the window. Of course, the psiography, because the examiner has asked you to show the light coming from the window. That means you have to draw the shadows. Okay. In the picture here, probably the shadows have not been showing so very clear. But once you see the demonstration, you will be able to find out as to how the things goes on. Can you visualize the two glasses? And are the glasses of small and big size? No, they are into perspective because ant has got a vanishing point down below. So the one in front will look higher than the one in the rear part. And that happens only when the vanishing point is down below. All this can be understood if you are there in my class. Work of a fantasy world. I think this was a question in one of the examination, that you are in a spacecraft and you have one scientist, one child playing in the air, I mean the spacecraft, and a tailor. Now, these are ridiculous combination, but you have to bring about that ridiculous combination. So that take an extremity of the imagination. Friends, in this, the key points are knowledge about perspective as usual, human anatomy, proportions, and relative proportions of the child to others, um, and some tricks and methods of zero gravity which I forgot writing here. How will you hold the, the sewing machine onto the base of the spacecraft? Incidentally, I have taken this spacecraft as good as a transparent one so that I am able to show the stars and the planets all around, and yes, everybody in the oxygen mask, so that it do show an atmosphere. I've created the atmosphere of a spacecraft in action. I've been talking about sciography all this time. Sciography is the science of light, shade, and shadow. And there are two kinds of light that we encounter every day. One is the artificial light in which I'm sitting. There's the light we use at a smaller distance. And other is the sunlight, where the shadows are supposed to be casted with parallel light rays. Okay. Incidentally, I have taken the sun down below. That means it should be either dawn or dusk time. And that's why the long shadows. So human figure in perspective, how can you show that? The Firstly, the person who is stationed here looking at the whole scene is on around this step. So you're coming down from maybe um, a hotel staircase which is opening outside, or maybe a castle's staircase. As you can see, the surface or the vertical surface is weaning off on these letters. Only the right one is seen. So that indicate that the person is standing here or maximum here. That's where the line of station is also arriving. Okay. So this sketch, of course, is one of my demonstration on YouTube. I have used it. So human figure in perspective, as per the view, different proportions, sciography, the light, shade, and shadow. Okay, this is the compound wall of the place where the viewer is stationed a little higher up. That is why his horizon is here. Remember, whenever there are mountains in the backdrop, do not take your, whatever height you may be, do not take your horizon anything up on the mountain. Take it at the bottom of the mountain. Okay, that's why you are able to see a cut part of the mountain. Then line of station decide your 1 point perspective. However, the other vanishing point is on the light source. Okay, asterisks may be forming here. That's why the shadow is casted as per the asterisks. All these terminology you can come to know from my lectures, which are there uploaded on um, my channel, as well as you can join me for a short course in case you like to join. This presentation of mine is purely to let you know as to what all to be prepared. What have I covered today are only a part out of the 10-point program that I showed right in the beginning. I'm sure this has been useful to you. I don't want to give you a thank right away because I also want to see some of the questions other than what Rahul asked. Get through some of the questions quickly in case there is something. Nilesh Chaudhary asked, saying, I don't know syllabus. I come first time on this channel. You subscribe to my channel, you will get the syllabus directly. Nilesh, I am sure you will subscribe it and you will get the benefit of it. Okay, last 1 minute. Any technical question? Let me. Survey asking, can we use black pen for outline? Yeah, you can use black pen for outline, but not at the cost of your beautiful um, psicography and light shade shadow that you use with pencil. Because NID, they love answers done in graphite pencil. And so is the case with UCEED, by the way. UCEED and SEED. How many times should give two creative ability test? Give maximum time because 75% marks are there. Bharti Pardesi asking that. Give maximum time because 75% marks or at least 66% marks are allocated to the design portion. So give maximum time to CAT, creative ability test. Surbi Srivastava asking it twice or thrice. Can we use black pen? I think I've answered that. Sir, what is the daily practice to improve line straightening skill? Ask Aman Yadav. Aman, one of my demonstration I have used method of how to improve onto your straight lining practice that you should be giving every day 10 minutes. If you know the exercise that I demonstrated, you can look into one of my earlier videos where I have demonstrated it. So you subscribe to my channel, you will get all those videos also available. Also on YouTube, by the way. There's a trick, there is a method how you can improve onto your straight lining, curved lining, making of rounds, etc. Bhumi asking how can we improve our poster drawing skill? Now, poster drawing skill is one of the chapter I told you, poster drawing, poster making, along with the stamp making and book cover design. Please go through this lecture of mine, or you can come on to my one of the short courses where I'm going to cover poster designing. There are a lot of things on the poster designing, so that you have to. Rahul Prakash asking UC preparation के लिए कौन सी book solve करें? We have got a set of not only the live session, we do have got a set of our recorded session. So you can take that, and we do provide you enough of notes and sketching material. You can look forward for, you can ask our people, like you have the numbers, creative edge helpline 7676 564 400. That is our helpline. Please approach it, and you will get enough of material supplied by us wherein you can crack UCEED or NID or even later on NIFT. Sir, how to go about it by day? Other exams are coming up. Tanay, Tanay asking that. Now, Tanay, now let me tell you, I did not divide that 31 days um, any which ways for anybody, because there again cannot be a pattern. Some people are good at human um, anatomy, some are good at animal anatomy, some are good at perspective, some are good at poster making, some are good at anything out of the whole subject that I talked about. So you spend less time for where you already have got some of the um, good practice upon, and you spend more time where you are lagging behind. But without doing that 10-point program, you may not really crack the competitive exam. So please do that. I think most of these questions are repetitive. So I will suggest, friends, you can come back to me through my channel, subscribe it, and you can ask specific questions also. Thanks a lot for remaining with me for this absorbing session, I believe. And see you then. And look forward for your questions. I will be able to answer most of the important questions definitely, and give you some more tips. You can also look forward for my demonstrative sessions that I'm going to take in coming days. I may cover up a couple of these topics straight away as a live sketching. Thank you very much for being with me. Bye bye.